Hello and welcome to Asana with Atticus. Today we're going to do just a short practice to stretch the muscles in the core and create space in the heart, release tension in the shoulders and neck. Today is Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. I live in Belgium now, so I almost forgot it's Thanksgiving practice. But this should help you if you're going to be having a big meal and you want to relax before spending what could be a stressful time with family. And if you're not in the United States, this is just a nice practice to start your day. So we're going to get started. And I like to take a comfortable seat in Sukhasana, so with one leg folded in front of the other. If you have a blanket to sit on or a block, that can be nice so that your hips are above your knees, and this creates a nice inward curve in the spine because it naturally brings your pelvis tilting forward. If you're not sure whether or not you have a curve in the back of your spine, you can actually just reach your hand back and see if you can feel the vertebra back there. If you feel the vertebra, that means that your back is more rounded and you're not getting that curve. So you want to tilt your pelvis forward a little bit more. And again, sitting on a block or just the edge of a blanket can help do that a little more naturally for you. So I like to sit and just begin in Sukhasana, resting my hands on the tops of my thighs, lifting the heart, opening the heart by drawing the shoulders gently back, not too much, drawing the throat back just a little bit so that your neck and the back of your head are in line with your spine. And just begin by going in through the breath, drawing your breath in through the nose and exhaling fully through the mouth. This also just begins to gently move prana or energy, your life force, through the body and helps you to center and ground. Next, we'll just inhale the shoulders up and exhale back, continuing that focus on the breath, but beginning to connect the breath with the movements of the body. So inhale the shoulders up and exhale them back. Still breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, if you can remember. And then to create that balance in the body, which helps with our energy and our mind and our spirit, we reverse direction. So if you roll the shoulders back first, you want to roll them forward now, still following the breath. This is very relaxing if you have a husky. I think that our critters like to be with us. My cats generally just do Shavasana for the whole time, and that's fine too. Maybe you just want to take Shavasana before you spend time with lots of people on a holiday. Hey! And returning back to center. We're going to come to tabletop. So hands on all fours, and this is a good time just to begin thinking a little bit about your foundation. So you're going to place your hands beneath your shoulders, about shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide, and take your knees beneath your hips, hip width apart. I am an Anusara Elements teacher, and in Anusara we like to curl the toes under because it keeps our feet and the muscles of our legs engaged at all times. So even if we're in a pose that feels like it might be a bit of a resting pose, we still want to have all of the parts of our body engaged. And inhale, bring the heart forward. Exhale, draw the chin under and round the back. Inhale the heart forward. And exhale, round the back. This is really nice just for beginning to stretch out your core, getting that nice inner curve in the back. Hey, don't eat me. And it's a good time also to continue connecting the breath with the body, but also just check in and feel what your body might need in this moment. Maybe you want to come forward, take the hips to the right, and do a bit of a circle, releasing tension in your hips, as well as stretching your side body and your core. Thinking about just matching your movement with your breath. So generally we inhale to lengthen and we exhale and fold. This is kind of an inhale forward and exhale. Sit back towards the heels. Now, to create a bit of space in the heart, we're going to do a little bit of a modified side plank. So you're going to take your left foot off your mat about 45 degrees and take the right foot and place it, so if I'm facing you, you're going to take the right foot and place it out to the side so that your foot is parallel with the short end of the mat. I have a husky that's trying to eat me, so my mat is a little bit off kilter. It's just, I think, matching with the life that I'm living right now. Every time I begin to feel some balance, I decide that obviously I need to create some chaos. So as balance was being felt in my new life in Belgium, I decided to adopt a 1-year-old husky. And as you can see, he's very connected to me, so much so that he needs to actually have part of my body in his mouth almost at all times. At least if I'm on the floor, I'm fair game. And generally yoga is best practice on the floor unless you're doing that yoga where you like hang around on, ropes coming from the ceiling, which I haven't quite tried yet. I love birds, I love the idea of flying, but generally I like to watch them from the safety of the earth. I like feeling that stability. So, Atticus, come on. Look at this yummy stinky hoof. Do you want to try that? Let's munch on that. So you're in a bit of a modified side plank pose. You've got one foot off the mat at a 45-degree angle and the other stretched long. And in this space, so now you're going to come to the side. You're going to take if you've got your left foot out, you're going to take your left hand and place it under your chin and reach the right arm up. So it's not only a heart opening pose, but it's a little bit of a back bend as well. And you're going to draw breath in, inhaling energy up from the earth, all the way up into your pelvis, from your feet. And on the exhale, expand, tall, and push that energy all the way out through your head and up through your fingertips. And on the exhale, we return to center. And then I'm going to mirror you, so I'm going to come around to the side. We're going to do the other side. We're going to take the right foot out at a 45-degree angle off the mat, and the left foot comes now into that plank pose. Right hand under the chin, left hand reaching up tall. Isn't this fun? Inhaling energy up from the earth, and exhale, pushing it up and out through your fingertips. And on the exhale, release back to center. Maybe take child's pose. I like to do this just as a reminder that it's a pose that's always available. If you're headed into a stressful holiday, it's a good pose to remember because you might just need a time out. Maybe you're vegetarian and everyone's eating this huge turkey and you're like, hey, just need to take a little pause, go do a little child's pose. Remember that the earth can hold you up. And remember that you have the capacity at all times to reach within and find that grounding energy. Maybe not if you have a husky on top of you. So you take your knees as wide as the mat, bring your big toes together, create a nice little pillow with your hands for your forehead. Ow! And try not to let the husky eat your hands. That's all I think that we're going to do with Asana with Atticus today because, as you can tell, Atticus is a little wound up. So we're going to come back to Sukhasana. Sometimes I like to take the opposite foot and cross it over to create that balance. I'm right side dominant, so I almost always cross my right leg in front for Sukhasana. But in yoga, we're creating awareness, and we're also creating balance. So knowing that I'm right side dominant and knowing that I need to create some balance in my life because apparently I like inviting chaos, it's good practice. to do things that can create some balance in the midst of chaos, which, in some way we're always kind of trying to do in our life because so much is unpredictable. We either invite the chaos or it just comes right on in because, doors are always open. So I'm going to take my left foot in front and do a bit of Sukhasana. Take a deep breath in through my nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And continue on with my day. Thank you for joining us for Asana with Atticus. Namaste.